Lebanon County is joining 34 counties across the Commonwealth by taking part in the Law Enforcement Treatment Initiative. It could completely change the way law enforcement responds to mental health issues. Sarah Wilson joins us live now in Lebanon with the details on this one. Good afternoon to you, Sarah.
James, good afternoon to you. This could completely change things in Lebanon County. At least it does have the potential to. The whole idea is to better assist those struggling with mental health and substance abuse to resources. And this is if they are potentially facing a crime. This is something called LETI, and that will pair people up with mental health or substance abuse resources and programs to help them potentially avoid criminal charges. There are three ways this can happen. One, there is a voluntary request from that person who is struggling to get that help, and then they will be connected to resources. Track 2 is a little bit different and perhaps more in depth. That's where an officer can request that referral if they feel like there's a mental health or substance abuse issue with that individual. If that request is signed off on by the DA, which it does have to be, and that person fully participates in it, they do have the potential to not have charges filed against them. That does depend on the crime. Pierre Hascraft, the Lebanon County DA, though, was very adamant that this is not available for every type of crime, including violent crime or potentially drug distribution related charges. She says this is really for a person facing a first-time low-level offense purely because they are struggling with mental health or substance abuse. The third track would let someone offset a charge potentially, or a criminal proceeding potentially, if their attorney refers them to it. But James, there are a lot of moving parts here, and that individual does have to completely go through the program. What that program will look like is really going to be catered to each individual. And I'd asked Attorney General Dave Sunday about that, who also spoke at the press conference today along with the Lebanon County DA. He did say that that will kind of what that resource looks like and what they're connected to will potentially depend on what the specific person needs, but that they are all county resources. So he says this is really already in place and ready to go. And James, as you had said, this is something that 34 other counties already take part in.
And Sarah, I mean, did they talk at all about, is the goal for this to just try to get people with mental health issues the help they need and not overcrowd prisons or things like that?
Yes, exactly. To get people the help they need if they are struggling with mental health or substance use disorders, in order to avoid potentially having them, have criminal charges filed against them and potentially have them be imprisoned. Both Sunday and Pierre Hascraft had said sometimes people just need a second chance and sometimes they just need help. And if they're able to provide that and avoid charges for a potential low-level crime, they want to be able to do that.
Sarah Wilson, live for us in Lebanon. Thank you so much for that live report this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27, and we're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.